The 764 Satanist Network. We always hear about it, but who are they? We talk about it step by step, and what is really happening online behind these community groups. Well, they are neo-Nazi, homophobic, racist, Satanist people online who want to hurt teens online by grooming and make them their victims, principally on Roblox, Telegram, Discord, etc. 164 was created in January 2021 on Discord by Bradley. They choose victims between 10 and 17 and sometimes more young or old. They groom victims. Make them believe they love them, give them a lot of attention, etc., to make a trust link. Slowly they force them into self-harm, drugs, animal abuse, and even death. For the members, they focus on in real-life activities too, like graffiti, arson, beat people, and even worse. We saw a lot of video about it online. 64 is just a name, and people always focus on it, but there's so much other groups online like 1,666, Harm Nation, 1,378, Slit Town, 1,414, and a lot of groups. They still work similar. They recruit boys with content example, if they have blood sign, cut sign, or even suicide content or in real-life content. Blood sign or cut sign is a sign where the victim carves the name of the owner, sign with blood on a wall or something similar. They do it to show that the owner owns them, and that can be with grooming. But let's talk about extortion. Extortion is a situation when the owner or people have pictures or information about the victim. They can work with open source intelligence or just by grooming. When they have some information, they just find everything, and they use it to blackmail her to make her do horrible things. For example, if you don't do that, we will swat you or send the pictures. It seems easy to say, just block them, etc., but it's really more complex than that. They are just evil and don't have feelings. The age of the owners is really random. It can be minor or major. LARP. What is this word? Well, people use it to minimize the act of criminality online. For example, saying, 764 is gone, it's just LARP, etc. They just don't realize even if it's not the real 764, there's still horrible things and force people into bad things, and it's just horrible for the victims and their family. These groups are mondial, but we hear about it more in the United Kingdom, Canada, and the United States. The owner of 764 got arrested after that for multiple crimes and horrible things, but the group was still up. However, slowly a lot of members of it got arrested. The ownership was passed to people, and it was weird. Some people just left calm because they were mentally ruined because of all that happened, or just left for random reasons. Yeah, a lot of groups are gone, but there's still a lot of people like that online, and we need to protect teens. I find it important to talk about it. Our generation is always online, so it's now or never to talk about it. Some victims are dead, and some are just full of traumas, and it's really horrible. Myself, I was a victim of these groups, and today I don't want to hide the truth anymore. I saw horrible things, and everyone needs to know how horrible it is and how dangerous it can be. I saw a lot of victims, gore, too many things, and nobody can understand the traumas it left. There are real people behind the screen, and these groups are still under investigation, and we need to understand the truth. I don't want to act like nothing happened. They even sometimes use CP, romanticize violence, etc. They are really brainwashed. All the threats can be, "We're gonna brick your window. We will send it to your family, school, etc." A lot of horrible words. Some people think we have control about it, but when you fall in that, it's really complex and hard. Now I'm safe, but for the justice of the victims and all what happened, to the dad who lost his daughter, to the animals who got killed, the humans, let's get justice. It's never too late. For our child's safety and all the victims. Destroy this group and a comment is still a lot.